Hey y'all, it's Lauren, and we have a different location. We're building a birthday Lego. So, this is one of two Legos that I received for my birthday, and it's actually the same one. So, I'm actually going to just build, I think I'm going to build the record player, and then when I decide to come back to this again, I think I'm going to build the radio. It's super cute, but we are going to tackle the record player and just chat about books. I might even do my thoughts on Black Sun because that book really, I gave that book a 4 star. I actually did finish the book, but let's get into it. Don't know why that did that, but all right. I can never open these boxes properly, but it's fine. Alrighty, we've got 3 bags, which is not bad at all. Bag number 3, bag number 1, bag number 2. Excuse me. This is our mic instructions. We're going to do that one. We're going to look for the record player. Oh, and why is she thick? I clearly chose the thick girly tonight. I think this one has, let's see how many steps it's got. 96. We've got 100 steps. Let's just start with step 1. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm the type of Lego builder that likes to dump all the pieces out, and go from there. I might try and organize it by just spreading it out so I can see all the pieces. That's as far as my organization goes with these pieces. And then I'll open this bag when I feel like I'm ready to come to it. We're gonna go from there. Roll up our sleeves, girl. I was thinking about listening to my audiobook because I'm currently reading A House with Good Bones. So that is actually my book number 3 of 20 that I'm currently going through in my physical book challenge. I want to talk about Black Sun. While I was reading Black Sun, it was a group buddy read with all my girly pops on socials, and it was such a great time. Like one of the mutuals on socials started following me because I read 5th season, and all my friends who are currently reading it were tagging me in it. Once I was just like, hey y'all, like this is such a great book. I'm very glad. I'm thinking about joining y'all and reading and everything like that. See, I need to open that other bag. And then we just started like a little online buddy reading community, which is what the space should be about. Like if everyone's reading the same books, we like the same books, why not read them together in our own pace? So I was reading Black Sun with a group of people. I mean, it was like maybe 10 of us that was reading the book together. So look at all these little pieces. All right, I had to open this little one to get to this little piece, but now we're here. We're getting started. So Black Sun follows 4 characters, and I say 4 characters kind of loosely because the way that this book starts off, it starts off very wild. Like that first chapter was just like she did that to her son. I think I'm gonna go in depth about like speaking about the book while I'm building this, so this does contain some spoilers. The mother had to carve into her son's skin to do this ritual, and the things that she carved into his skin were due to the he's like 2 different races, I would say, but it's more of like religious race, and the dad had no clue what the mom was doing to his son, and she had to also cut his eyes and essentially blind him. That first chapter had me physically ill. Okay, I remember driving back to work and being like, girl, like, are you serious? She really did that to her son. And to hear that, because I was listening to the audiobook as well, to hear everything that she did to her son, oh gosh, my stomach hurt. And then we got to the second chapter and we woke up with one of the main characters and she was in jail. Like, girl, how you start this book off like that? We got people getting a skin carved, and then we waking up to somebody in jail, huh? So after we wake up to our next character's POV of like her in jail, it's like, she wakes up, she doesn't realize that she's in jail because she was drunk, and she is what is classified as a teak. It is, from my understanding of the book, one of the lower like tiers of people in that class system, and they have powers that can either be used for good or bad. Their bones could be used, like people just take them and use them for whatever reason that they want. So she describes that she has missing digits from her pinky, and she uses a song she uses a song that can control people if that is something that she wishes to do. The next thing, or the next POV that we get, is the Sun Priest, and the Sun Priest is a woman, but the Sun Priest is not of. She is not of their. 3, 2, 1. She is not of their people, and what do I mean by that? I mean she was not born to this like religious part. She was from the dry earth, so they already classified her as somebody who's like not part of this community, and she realizes that there are things going on, and she's just trying to figure out like why we can't be more inclusive. And it was just like, okay, she's doing a little too much now. So they're trying to figure out what's going on with her and the things that she's got going on. Throughout the book, we get like her point of view. She's had an assassination attempt on her life, not once but twice. And then the fourth person, I kind of say like this is like we follow 4 people, because this fourth person only had like maybe 2 or 3 chapters that we got like his POV on, because he came kind of like a little bit later in the book. But I think we're gonna get his POV in the second book of the series. So we are just following along with the 13-year-old boy, the things that have happened to him in his life since his mom did everything to him when he was 13. So when we meet him again, he's like 22 years old, he's blind, but we get like flashbacks of his life up until he's 17, and the people that have trained him, he knows that he's being trained because he's a vessel, but it's like he's trying to figure out like why am I the vessel? Like, why me? Until he meets his third teacher. Once he meets his third teacher, the third teacher says a phrase. And when he also said that phrase, he felt like his person was being cracked into 1,000 pieces. Y'all, that book was so good. It was so good. And then, like, he really starts to understand, like, oh, my mom did love me, but she created me for something more. She created me for this god that is supposed to be coming over and taking over the Sun Priest. This god is looking for vengeance. And I mean vengeance. So we get back to the young lady who woke up in jail. She is, like I said, she's known as a teak, and with her, she realizes that one of the lords who bailed her out of jail needed her for something, and she was just like, well, what do you need me to do? You know, like, does it get me a bed, you know, money, my essential needs? And he's like, yes, I can get you your essential needs. I can get you your essential needs, but I just need you to do one thing for me. And she's just like, what's that? I need you to take this person to this city in 20 days? I think it was 20 days. And she was like, to cross the sea at this time of year is dangerous work. And he was like, well, I believe in you because you're Teak. And they have, the Teak powers that they have actually work with the earth and the sea. So she does, like I said, have the ability to talk to the sea, and can try and get them as safe as possible across this ocean. She has to build up a crew. She built up a crew, does everything that she needs to do. And that is when we realize that the 13-year-old boy, who is now 22, his name is Serapio, and the Teak, her name is Jala, they meet each other for the first time. So we get their point of views, and their experiences with one another, and they slowly develop a friendship over time, like over these 20 days. It's just them and the crew on the boat. They develop a friendship. She's like, I wouldn't say she's freaked out, but she knows her fate in life, and she's like, I've only got a certain amount of time. I just got to do what I got to do. And I was like, all right, girl, I get you. So I'm not getting sidetracked. I am building this too, so I'm trying to remember that I'm building this as well while I'm talking about the book. It's very high fantasy. I will say that. I'm going to come back to those 2 characters, but I'm going to talk about the Sun Priest. Now, the Sun Priest, she was pissing me off the entire book. Like, she was real gullible, it felt like. But, like, I think it's just because she wasn't raised in that area like the other guy was, because he is originally from, like, the people that originally are supposed to be Sun Priest, but the previous Sun Priest made her the Sun Priest, and everybody was just like, why? Why her? She's not of this origin. She's of dry earth. And I think because she had that perspective, that is why he did it. And each chapter also has like, I want to say they're like little notes. Some of them are just like variations of things that are in the book, like books within the book, you know, like a scroll or like notes or something like that. Every chapter has like those little tidbits, and I feel like they're gonna come into play later. So, I gave this book 4 stars just because I felt like the cliffhanger left me like, was this it? Is this what we had this whole build up for? Um, you know, I didn't feel like, I know that it's a series and I know that I'm not expecting it to give me all the answers, but I kind of felt like it was missing something. But that's the whole point of a cliffhanger, right? I just felt like it was missing something. But, you know, it was still very much overall a very good book. Um, so that was Black Sun. And then I actually read another book. I read um, Group Trip by Aria Daze, and I know I said I was tired of romance, but this definitely gave me life. This was a novelette, and it was 75 pages, if that. Y'all, that book was so nasty. It wasn't really all that nasty, but it was nasty towards the end. I really enjoyed the main character, Daya, and the person that she ended up like meeting, Othello. I love those dynamics that they had with each other. It ended up being exactly who she needed. Uh, she's the type of girl that's like, I know what I want, and I know that I need to build an emotional connection to have the thing that I want. And I'm just gonna do me in the meantime. What I really appreciate about this book in particular is Aria Day's her author's note. It was very funny. She was like, if you have a problem with labels, this is not the book for you. If you have a problem with the sex in this book is not for you. This is a why choose romance. And I was like, all right, so I'm in for a good time. Okay, we're in for a really good time. But right now, I'm going to get to building. So let's build up some of this record player. officially caught up on the book that I'm reading with my husband, and we are reading A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher. And we both have a theory that the house is possessed by the grandma, and the grandma's body, or the grandma's spirit, is actually in the mom's body. Don't know how accurate we are, but we're only 5 chapters in. So we're gonna see like how else this book plays out. It is quite funny. I wouldn't say like it's weird yet, but it is kind of weird because there's a constant mention of a vulture. So we're just really trying to figure that out. I'm currently reading this book with my husband, and Awakening by C.M. Barnes. And y'all, I didn't know that I needed to read Awakening by C.M. Barnes. This is the second book in the Winston Hills series, and when I tell y'all that book is good, that book is so damn good. And I'm only like 2 or 3 chapters in, and I was just like, wow, I was not expecting them to get down the way that they're getting down. But we're gonna finish this on up, and I'll see y'all once we're done. Okay? Y'all, like, there's a little, oh, yeah. All right, we're getting somewhere. So we're on bag number 2, final boss. functioning record player, y'all. Like, can I even just, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then I have like another record, another little vinyl. Just switch them out too, but I like the green that pops with the pink. You know what I mean? So thanks for building with me. I hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye.